Okay, bitrate looks good so far. No dropped frames yet. Alright. Let's just quickly check that. I'll quickly post my link places and then we will get started. Let me just go whoop. Control C. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? Looks like things are going alright so far. No dropped frames yet. And bitrate looks good. Okay. So hopefully, fingers crossed, things won't go as bad as they did on Friday night. And I can keep my 1080p. Yeah. Just hoping to get things going. So just posting my link around and then I'll bring up Phasmo. Content creators. There we are. There we go. And I'll put it on Facebook as well. Okay, there we go. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, things look pretty good so far, so yeah. We shall see. We shall see how things go. So we'll start up. Maybe we will start with some Bleasedale. See what ghost we get for this one. Okay, bitrate still looks good. There are a few dropped frames, but hopefully not too much. Smudge Sticks, Walk Through Soul, Ghost of Ben, Heather Buckley. Mind running a quick test for me? Just type a message and tell me how long it takes to show up on my screen for you. Alright, breaker right here. Oop. That sounded like... Is that back here? Or was that out here? Might have been upstairs. 10 seconds? That's fine. 10 seconds is fine. I believe I manually set my server to Sydney this time, so hopefully it should be okay. Neither of these are out of place. I heard it throw cans, so I'm looking for any cans that are on the floor. As long as it doesn't go above 30 seconds of delay, should be fine. 30 seconds is when things start to get a little bit too long for my liking. So it must be downstairs then, unless it's in one of these rooms. But I don't think there are any cans in here. Nothing on the floor in here. I did not turn on that light. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I can get some co-op going tonight. Would be good to get some players on. In fact, maybe I should make like a message that pops up every now and then. Just to let people know that if you want to play with me, just ask, I don't bite. I promise. Just for the stream element spot. Oh. Hello. It's a grandma. Wait. EMF 2 out of nowhere? Nothing has been thrown. It's looking a little bit unnatural at the moment. Granny's trying to give me her cookies. Although I'm not sure I want them. So wait, is it this room? No, is it this room? Yeah, it's here. Right in the... Another ghost event. Okay. I'll set up this. Okay, that is open. I wasn't sure if it was open and I didn't want to take the risk. So I just hid behind the next best spot. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Wait, that was a ghost event? You bamboozler? That's not an event, that is a hunt. Oh jeez. Yeah. As long as they don't see you get behind here, you're usually fine. Unless they wander, like, over to here. In that case, you're just dead. But usually they won't if they don't see you come in here. Anyway, she's being a bit aggressive at the moment, so might just drop the other crucifix inside. Okay. Yeah, if that wasn't a ghost event before when I thought she was hunting, that would have been bad. That would have been very bad. But yeah. Well, I guess I would have had more time to escape regardless, but... yeah. Okay. Drop this inside as well. And we do need to get some evidence, so... yeah. I might just take a pill as well. Maybe 2 pills. Just since I don't want to get hunted while I'm trying to figure out what it is. Oh, dots. So potentially Wraith? I'm not sure if that crucifix hit was from when I dropped it in here before, or if that was now. If it was now, then it's a bit spooky, because it means it might be an early hunting ghost. I'll just light the path to my destination. Yeah, because it did the EMF 2 out of nowhere before. Could be an Oni as well, given how many ghost events it was giving me. So, at the moment, these two I'm thinking are likely candidates. We also got the EMF 2 out of nowhere, which is something to consider. It definitely isn't a Deergen. And I think a Thay would have been faster. Raju also would have been faster. So yeah. And we saw the dots in real life, so it can't be a Goryo. Goryo dots only show up on camera. So yeah, we have narrowed it down to 6 ghosts with just 1 piece of evidence so far. And a bit of hunt testing as well. Okay, I've got salt in there, so I'll grab another photocam and maybe a writing book. Okay. Yeah. Alright. What? Fizzonks. Strike again. We actually want to check for fingies. So, can you touch a door, please? Are you still in this room? Yes. Okay. Check around for spirit box again. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you here? No. Okay, so wasn't giving me spirit box, although it could just be hiding it. Might also be worth counting how many singing ghost events there are. So that was 1. I need her to touch doors for me. So I can check the thingies. Wanna give me a scream? Are you a banshee? Wait, did you turn off the breaker again? Wait. That's another ghost event. And that's a hunt. I'm thinking it could be a banshee because it has been doing multiple singing ghost events. Oh, hunt's not over. Now it is. That's a door touch. I heard it. I heard the door touch. Show me those fingies. Do you have fingies? Yes, you have fingies. Okay, I think it's Banshee then. Alright. I'll take another pill, then hopefully get some photos. Haven't found the bone yet either. I might try to go for perfect game. Okay. Okay, we do have salt in there, so you think you could hide the light from me? Not a chance. Okay, she is being way too aggressive right now. Yeah, because I got the ghost photo, but she didn't vanish from the photo. So what happens when you have a phantom is when you take a photo of them during a ghost event, they will disappear from the photo. And the photo will be clear, but it will say 3-star ghost photo, or depending on how close you were when you got the photo. Anyway, I have a smudge stick in the front here. Just need to grab it. Okay. Hopefully that triggers the... Oh no, you would... She got me. She got me good. She got me. Yeah, she spawned on the other side of the house.
Welcome back.
Well, at least I guessed it. At least I knew what it was. Oh well. These things happen. Anyway, GG, we go next. Ghost 1, me 0. Let's go to Grafton.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up.
Alright, motion sensor, smudge sticks, and candle, Kevin Wright. Wait,
Got the intel. Looks
Kevin
like
Wright.
reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
How funny. That's a funny coincidence, eh? Anyway, before I go further, let me quickly go to stream elements. Because I want to set something up real quick. Okay. Default commands. No, it wasn't the commands, it was the chatbot. Timers. Add new timer. There's co-op. If you would like to join for co-op. Yeah, you got it. You'd like to join for co-op, just ask. Or feel free to ask, rather. I don't buy it much. Alright, so offline. Okay. And we will activate timer. And we will see if that pops up. Oh, don't worry, Tim and Phoenix. I'm not talking about your chat timer. I'm talking about like a message that will pop up every so often, like what I have with the YouTube one. So don't worry about it. Alright, so it's yeah, motion sensor smudge candle, Kevin Wright. And I need that. Okay. Yeah, just keep chatting as you have. And if something does start to take a bit longer than usual, just call it out and I'll take a look. Okay, we've got a hiding spot back here near the dryer. Okay. So what I am going to try and do is locate the bone earlier. Oh, we've got a mirror. Wait. Was that right here? That looked like it was... No, not this one. In the workshop? Hello? Do we have a ghost in here? Unless that was upstairs. Because I don't really see anything that seems out of place yet. That was in here. Where is it? It just threw stuff. There. Oh, freezing. It does not like this, ghost event. I wasn't sure, so didn't want to chance it. Hey, Maku, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Let me give you a quick shout out here. There we go.
Oh no, you're on Anisha's account now. That's his account now. Bro.
So Imaku also plays Honkai.
1K grand on the. I'm looking 1 grand on any banner, bro. SP banner.
Yeah. I've been doing pretty well.
Yeah. So for this VP, instead of
Anyway, looks like the shout out clip worked correctly, so that's good. Yeah, I've been doing pretty well, just been mostly the usual work and gaming. And, well, the content creation has been pretty great. Okay. It's an EMF 3 so far. I should probably get lights on so I don't get bodied. Okay. You got any other evidence to show me? As long as you're not a shade, I'm fine. Oh, thanks. I made it myself. And what was that sound? I kind of I'm still trying to kind of figure out my schedule since I only started the week before, so alright, we've got fingerprints. So yeah. Monday and Fridays, no, Tuesdays and Fridays are gonna be my main days for Honkai Abyss and Memorial Arena content, and maybe it's just random days for other content whenever I feel like it, basically. Just whenever I'm free to do anything else, I will try to stream when I can. Yeah, molding days. Yep, pretty much. Okay, so that's one door that you've touched. Oh, another one over here. Did I get a better cam? Better cam? Good. I love to see fingies. Okay, so don't think I'm gonna get any other evidence unless it's a mimic, in which case it would have a false ghost orb. So I'll quickly do another check for that. And in the meantime, we'll get a motion sensor and a candle. Yeah. It can be a lot of fun when you have people you know that you're competing with. Okay, that's set up well, so I'll see if it trips that. And I did get the cursed item before, so Only thing I need at the moment is the bone photo, so I might quickly search for the bone, grab the flashlight so I can see where I'm going. There. All fun until Tizo drops into this. Well, that one's a lot. It's pretty easy for me nowadays because, yeah. Well, it's always been kind of an easy one since I have, hello. Phantom? Question mark? But it can't be Phantom. Unless that was a mimic using the Phantom ability. Yeah, Triple S Sprite Knight makes that fight pretty easy. So, yeah. Oop, there is the bone. Okay, and I can drop this in the corner since I no longer need it. It's got no photos, so it is pointless. Is it? Yeah, it's blowing out my candle. Yeah, I am as well. I think I just ended up using Starlit last time because I only had S rank Crusader. But yeah. Next time I'll try using Bright Knight. I mean Crusader as well as Bright Knight on Jizu. Okay. We'll grab another crucifix and pop it in there. And we've got our smudge stick. In case we need to make a quick escape. Okay, so this time I am not going to just use my smudge stick immediately, hoping that it hits the ghost outside of a hunt. I'll keep it for when the ghost is in a hunt, in case I need it as an escape option. So I'm not gonna get any more of these. There, let's check. Okay. You touched any doors? You have touched this one. Let me grab this photocam over here. That's not my photocam. This is my photocam. Wait, did it wear off? Wore off. Oh well. Anyway, well, let's take a look at this again. So this is a clear photo with no ghost in it. That is a phantom ability. So I will have to check for mimic. Which door was that? Was that this one? That was that one. Okay. Ah, 2-star. Meh. Not close enough. Let's grab the video camera. Aha, that is indeed a ghost orb. Although it's a fake ghost orb, so it is 100% mimic. Because this is nightmare mode, baby. Alright, okay, we'll quickly get some salt up here and hope it stippy steppies and no, not that one, this one. Yeah, Phasmophobia is a really cool game. I like it a lot. And its developers are very good. They really listen to the community. And they also like to get in on the trolling. I've seen them play a lot with streamers and some of the shenanigans they get up to. It is great. Wanna stippy steppy in myself? Yeah, I'll leave it in the door for you. So, come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, bud. Yeah, as much as I love the work on Honkai, yeah, iOS is... Yeah, I thought I had the door locked for a second and I was like, wait, is it? Ghost event, you are not taking my sanity though. Oh, that was door touch. That was this one, right? Adjust. I know I said I wasn't gonna use it there, but... Okay. Hello. What are you doing? No worries, then, Marco. Have a good sleep. No worries. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Come on. One more touch. Just one more photo. No, not that one. That's not gonna give me a photo. Come on. Yeah. Step in my salt. Okay. Oh. I'll take that door touch. Alright. I'm out. Sayonara. Okay, it won't be perfect game, unfortunately, since we missed a few stars and missed one photo, but yeah, well, we still know what ghost it is. It is a mimic, and we got all of the optional objectives, so we're fine.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
So it's still 300 plus buckaroonies, which is good. Let's see. Let's buy one of each. Just get it up to a nice even number. Actually, why did I buy that? Hold on.
Welcome back. There's some jobs
I
for you.
don't need those. I don't need those. Don't need normal flashlights. They're never useful. Get some head-mounted cameras. Get 4 of those. 3 of those. 4 of those. 2 more of those. 1 of those. Get it back up to 100 smudge sticks. These 2 are very important in games, as well as sanity peels. And sound sensors aren't particularly useful, but I'll have at least 10. Well, they're useful, but I just don't tend to use them that much, so it is what it is. I'll get some more strong flashlights. Okay. Like the most times we set up sound sensors is during co-op missions, and even then it's not that often. Head-mounted cameras. You know, these used to be so useful until you got the until they implemented the hand camera function on the video cameras, because it was the only way you'd be able to get a decent look at different angles with some sort of video camera on the truck cams. So the strategy was usually to basically have someone alone in the dark room with the head camera on, looking around. And the person in the truck would be looking at that camera and basically point out if there's any ghost orbs. But yeah, the having the hand camera has basically made it so that you can look for ghost orbs inside the house itself without having to physically go out to the truck to check those cameras. Oh no, it's not a bad thing. It's very much a quality of life feature, which I like a lot. Add some more video cameras. It's not rounded to the nearest 5, but meh. Okay. Now that we've got our items bought, we didn't buy extra spirit boxes as well. I could have rounded that off to 40. Oh well. Oh wellsies. We'll just run with this and maybe we'll go Willow for this one. Ready up. Alright. Alright, smudge stick, repel, motion sensor, and salt. Eric Garcia. Eric Garcia. And of course we can't check where the breaker is right now since it's nightmare mode. Oof, this is putting a heavy toll on my frame rate at the moment. Let me just try. Ooh, jeez, that's a huge hit to my frame rate. Let's try turning some of these settings down a bit. Turn it down to half. Shadows down to medium. Off. Off. And off. We can leave that on. Still a bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, we need the key. Give me the key. So you're in the garage, eh, Ghosty? Oh, you touched this door? No. This door. Did you touch this one as well? Yes. Anyway. Yes, we did get the bane photo already. So it's probably either touching this through the wall, and it's in here. It probably started in the garage and roamed out to here is the more likely scenario, since it can roam to adjacent rooms. We've got Ouija board, but we don't need to ask where it is since we already know it's out here. Or it could possibly be twins interacting with things from further away. But I think it's more likely that it's just roaming. Anyway, we will get some more stuff. A toasty ghosty. Okay. Hmm? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Any Orbeez in here? Oh, I think I just saw my breath there. Yep, freezing temperatures in the garage. I'm not seeing an orb yet. Anyway, we'll drop this around here. And we'll just check that that's positioned well on camera. You gonna run through my dots? I heard you throw something, but I'm not gonna go in there to check. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you here? Might not be that, but it could be hiding it as well. Although it can't be a Moray because Moray has guaranteed spirit box on Nightmare. Well, firstly, we'd have to be certain that it is indeed in its room right now and not wandering off somewhere else. That's also another possibility. So, I don't know, I can't rule out Moray entirely yet. I should get lights on. That spot is blocked. That's not there. Can use this spot if we're desperate, but it is a spooky one. And honestly, if I'm down here, I'd rather just try and loop it around here. And get to a better position. Wait, did you turn off the breaker already? You turned off the breaker already, you scum. What's the matter? Don't you like lights? You got something to say to me? Say it to my face. That's what I thought. Okay. Don't have that hiding spot. Although I can use this one. This one's much better if you're desperate. Okay, we do have this one, although this one can be tough, because if it does see you go behind here, you're screwed, and it's pretty far into the room. So if you're being chased here, it's not really viable. Although that's the same case with this one as well. If you're chased in here, then or the ghost happens to walk around here, you're dead. Basically. So in some respects, this is more guaranteed safe if the ghost doesn't see you go there. Yeah, that's probably the only guaranteed safe spot at the moment. And yeah, we don't have any hiding spots in here right now. Normally with this one there would be a board there to block the line of sight. And there'd be a shelf here that you could get behind. But yeah, neither of those spots are available. This is possible, like you can hide here, but yeah, if the ghost walks around here, then yeah, you're kind of screwed. And I think the ghost is fairly likely to path around the car. I don't know. Okay, so what do we know so far? Okay, so we know it's given us 2 interactions with no fingerprints. So, on door touches, so it is unlikely to be a fingerprints ghost. Or it could just be hiding that evidence. And I didn't see a ghost orb. I can check again. I'll probably turn off the light in the garage. Take a pill first, just for safety. Don't want to get hunted yet. Speaking of shy ghosts, it's possible that this is a shade, which I don't like. Because they're boring. Aha, you were writing in the book. Well, you were not a demon because you would have tried to murder me already. And I'm thinking this is probably a shade. We'll grab you there. And we already have a second predator cam on us, so... Yikes, dude. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright. We'll get some motion sensors set up in here. And grab that. But yeah, it definitely cannot be a Moroi, because Moroi would be guaranteed spirit box on Nightmare, and a demon would have tried to murder me long ago. Let's be real. Revenant, I feel, would be a bit more active, but we can do a hunt to check the speed. Yeah. Can grab a second smudge just in case. But yeah. Other than that, oh, we need a motion sensor. Well, that should be an easy objective to get, because we just we can just turn on this, turn on that. I'll put this smudge stick up here and throw these away so I don't accidentally grab them. If I'm trying to escape the ghost. And grab 2 motion sensors. Or we can grab 3. Because I'm pretty sure this is a shade, so it'll give me time to set stuff up. I'm not gonna get wrecked by a shade today. No worries, Phoenix. Enjoy your dinner. Set that up and set this up. Okay. Alright, here we go. Where are you? Goodbye. I'm not gonna break the board. How old are you? Goodbye. How old are you? How old are you? Goodbye. This is such a shade. You're a shade. Hello. Goodbye. Yes, yes, I know you're a shade. You don't have to tell me twice. Oh, jeez. Alright. GG, no re. Good, Shade's locked in.
Welcome back.
Alright.
Job's ready for you.
Alright, we will go to... Now, which ones did we have not enough of? It was video cameras and spirit box. 2 more of those. There we go. Make it nice and even. Okay. Let us go to... Ugh. That was a good neck crack. Let's go to... Not Maple Lodge, since that kills my frame rate. How about Edgefield? We don't go there too often, so might as well. Might as well.
Right, we're here. Take a look at
Candle, Salt, EMF, Russell, right.
I've also written some notes on the white
Oh, we forgot our... Goodbye. We forgot our items.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Take 2. It's okay, nobody saw it.
We've arrived.
It didn't happen if nobody saw it.
Before investigating. And remember to check the whiteboard for help.
Okay.
Looks like this is
Ghost, Friday, Crucifix, Escape a Hunt, Carla Stevens. Phoenix is at dinner, he didn't see it. And nobody. Excuse me? Basketball. That is upstairs, I think. I'm not sure what you threw, but... You are throwing a lot. What did you throw? Oh. That was a big throw. Polty? Polty, question mark? That's blocked. Oh yes, the ball's in here. That's blocked. It'd be nice if there was another hiding spot down here. Wait, you knocked on one of these windows. This one? Yes. There's an indirection, no fingerprints. Oh, I didn't even see the breaker back here before. Alright, well, we got it now. Threw something. Don't know what you threw, but you threw something. Okay. It's not cards. Thanks for breathing in my ear. Ghost event. You turned on. Yes. This guy's just popping off. She's just going absolutely ballistic at the moment. Okay, what was the booty doll? Was that in this room over here? Yeah. On the bed. Not gonna use it there. You turned off the breaker. Not a djinn. You're not a djinn. Show yourself again. Give us a ghost event. Wanna give me a ghost event? Yes, I know you're not a djinn. We've already established that. But can you give me a ghost event so I can take a nice photo of you? You were all too eager to give me one before. Why stop now? Come on, ghost event. Show yourself. Give me a sign. Not that kind of sign. Come on. Can you show yourself for longer than 0.5 seconds? You back over here now? Want to give us a sign? She's definitely not a shade. I don't think a shade would be this active. Anyway, let's get some evidence in there. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Ooh, spirit box. Again. Dots. Wraith, Phantom, Yokai, Dio. Well, we can't get any more evidence, so I don't know. Maybe our best bet is a hunt test. That's what I'm thinking. I will keep my smudge stick at the ready. Come on, ghost event. Give me one more. I'm sorry I wasn't ready the first few times. Yeah? Come on, ghost event. Do it. Show yourself. Let's see. Still have to escape you during a hunt. Yeah? Is that right? Anything else you want to tell me? Hello? Can you No, stop doing that. I don't want that kind of ghost event. Stop trying to be a shade, I know you're not. Oh my gosh. Give me an actual ghost event. A proper one. I'm thinking this could possibly be a deer. Because it's been doing a lot of ghost events, but hasn't been hunting yet. And of course I won't know if it's a deer 100% until it starts a hunt. Welcome back, Phoenix. We've narrowed our list of ghosts down once again. I guess I can do a wraith test with Soul. So I'm just trying to... You're gonna walk through my soul. Placed down so nicely for you. And this is how you repay me. Yeah, you're touching that door? I'm making a nice path for you. Come on. Okay, you are not a wraith. You showed me your footsteps, so you're not a wraith. Okay, that's one thing out of the picture. Can you give us a sign? Well, she throws a box, so she's around there somewhere. Show yourself. Smile for the camera. Show yourself. Could possibly be a deer. It's been doing a lot of stuff and giving me lots of back-to-back ghost events, but hasn't started hunting yet, which Diogen doesn't hunt until late, so yeah. Oh, now she is hunting. Oh yeah, that's a deer. Hello. No ghost photo, unfortunately. Run past her. Okay, well we can still get a ghost photo, we just need to... It's just not gonna give us extra money in the book. Oh well. Unfortunate, but yeah. Please. Come on. Stop being so lame. Come on, show yourself. Give us another ghost event. Come on, you've been evading us so long. Wait, where are you? Okay. Lead you into the corner over here. And then get out here. Okay, we got the ghost photo, that's good. Now we just loop her around this till the hunt ends. And we will grab another smudge. We can drop this photo cam now. We can grab 2 smudges. Just for extra assurance. Well, she bamboozled us and hunted from out here. So I'm not sure. Not sure if she's in that room or if she's moved out here. I'll grab the thermo to check. Yeah. Interestingly enough, it's actually a Dutch word. Uh, and it's supposed to be two words. De ogen. Or something like that. Which means the eyes. Okay, yep, she's moved out here. Since it will always know where you are, so you can't... You can't actually hide from it, but you can escape it pretty easily. Okay. When are you gonna trigger my crucifixes? Eat it. Eat my crucifix. Okay. She ate it. Right out of my hands. Alright. Let's go. Let's go Diogen. Or Diogen. Diogen. Yeah.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
And let's see, what's the time at the moment? 9 p.m. So we've been at this for about 2 hours. I might take a quick break and get a nice cup of tea. So I will put myself onto the BRB screen. And so yeah, feel free to take a quick break. Okay, we are back. Let's go. Okay, didn't miss any messages it seems, so hopefully we're good. Just reset. Yep. Bitrate's still looking good. Okay. Take a quick check on my social media. Oh. Okay. Welcome back, Phoenix. Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright, I feel like doing... Let's do an asylum. Might as well enjoy it as it is before they change it.
We've arrived. Check the equipment. Get set up before investigating.
Okay,
Remember to check the
and that, and
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a
we'll
curse
also get
object.
the paramic.
But be careful. We don't know
Okay,
what it's capable of.
motion sensor, ghost event, crucifix, Barbara Lavender. Lavender is actually one of the names of the developers. Alright, yep. So let's see what shenanigans we will get up to in the asylum today. Oh, we have a board. We can grab a EMF, since we could potentially read EMF 5 off the board. You should also pull up this nice, lovely map of Asylum. Asylum map Phasmophobia, just so that we can look at all the room names. Okay. Where are you? Right. Corridor. Please don't tell me you are a hallway ghost. Oh, that's annoying. So one thing to keep in mind is when it says right corridor, it's actually the left, because back in the day on the truck, the map was flipped upside down. Well, it was rotated 180 degrees. Goodbye. Goodbye. So yeah, the truck was rotated 180 degrees on the truck cam. So, yeah. Basically, they still haven't changed the board readings based on... They still haven't changed the room names when they rotated the map the right way. So the left-hand corridor is still reading as right corridor from the room's names perspective. And I'm not sure what question it was answering on the second photo. Hopefully not another where are you? Okay. Well, we'll need to take pills because asking where are you drains 40% of your sanity, which is a significant amount. And it looks like it might have answered it twice. So that would be 80% gone. And another neat trick. Where is the bone? Day room 4. Day room 4. Goodbye. Okay. So it doesn't look like it gave us any EMF 5 readings. So day room 4 is... Alright, that's on the same side we're going to be looking in. Alright. So we're full enough on sanity that we can't eat the last pill. So that's good. So yeah, now we're gonna go exploring on the right hand side of the map. Or left hand side. But it's the right hand side according to the board. Anyway, that will probably be fixed with the... That will probably be fixed with the new version of Asylum. Sunny Meadows. Anyway, since we're already over here, we might as well just get the bone first. And then we can start getting evidence over here. Now, where is this bone? Ah. It's giving us a hand. Okay, so you're over here right now. By the store. You're in this room. Oop. Was that a freezing? Did I see my breath? No. I don't think I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway. We'll check around for breaker, because we... Is that this door? Okay, that was... Definitely this door. Okay, interaction, no fingies. So, not a no barke unless it's being sneaky. And it sounds like it turned on a light, so it cannot be a mare. So, we will go down and down. Okay. Actually, we'll use this instead, since we can use it to navigate to an extent in the darkness. Okay. So we'll check. No, not that room. This room over here. Wait, where is it? Or was it further left? Must have been further. Okay, it was this room. Okay, nothing in there. Need to keep going this way. Okay, that's the stairs. And there should be a breaker spot over here. Okay, it's over here. Yeah, this... One of the annoying things about this map is if the breaker goes off, it can be very far to walk to get to it. If you get a breaker spawn point that's far away from the ghost room, then if it turns the breaker off, it's annoying to navigate all the way to get lights back on again. That's something that I hope they kind of fix with the Sunny Meadows. Okay. New ghost orbs. Oh, hi, thanks for turning on the light. Let me go. So you've confirmed to me once again that you are not a mare. You do have ghost riding though. Do you have dotsies? Not seeing any. Okay, we'll get some more lights on. Probably get the hallway lights on. Just for easier navigation. Though I don't mind doing things in the dark, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's the van, which means the light should be over here for the reception. There we go. And turn these lights on. You turned off the breaker. Yep, piece of garbage. I thought we would be friends. Thought we shared a moment in your room when you turned on the light. I guess I did turn it back off again, but, you know. I thought we had an understanding. Okay, here's a funny story back from old Phasmophobia, where every ghost was you could just run away from, because they wouldn't be able to catch up to you. So we had a banshee on... I was playing with my friends and we had a banshee on high school, and I was the target. So basically what happened was, whenever a hunt would start, I would just walk it through the hallways on high school while the others go check the room for evidence. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Ooh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Say. Oh snap, I got destroyed. Oh boy, she was still young there. Yeah, they actually changed say recently because you it used to at the first time they implemented it, it would get older as the mission dragged on, like as soon as you could just be like you didn't even have to be in the building, I don't think, like over time the ghost would just get older passively. But they actually changed it in a patch where you actually have to be in the ghost room for uh, the ghost to get older and weaker. So that was a prime example of why Thays are actually scary now. At first they were super weak ghosts, but now they're now they are actually threatening. Like, even though I locked down its ghost room pretty early on, I wasn't spending time I wasn't spending as much time in the ghost room, so she was still able to be at full strength when she hunted there. But yeah. Obviously, that situation was completely avoidable. Yeah. I could have taken a smudge stick, and that would have saved me there. So that situation was avoidable. So in the end, it was still my fault for putting myself in such a bad position. And not accounting for the fact that it could be an early hunter. Yeah. Any other ghost I might have lived, given depending on how quickly I could break line of sight. But yeah. And yeah, you win some, you lose some. That's just how it goes. I don't want that. I am just grabbing a bunch of random stuff and throwing them at them. Shows you how distracted I am. Alright. Wait. Hello? Is that this room right here? So you're right over here, hey? Okay, interaction, no fingerprints, so not an Obake. Not an Obake. Yeah. We'll get that, and that. Ghost orb. Although it could be mimic ghost orb, so we'll just keep note of that. And put that there. Got some dotsies you want to show us? Actually, we'll stand in the rain for a moment. Don't see my breath. And it didn't give us fingerprints before, so... Very suspicious. Alright, we'll grab those two. And that. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? Where are you? How old are you? Oh, that is freezing. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Okay, I have to narrow down its position. Actually, leaving those right there might not be a good idea. I should probably get some lights on. That was that door over there. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you here? Okay, so no spirit box. And it can't be no spirit box and no fingerprints for mimic, so I'm gonna rule out mimic for now and say that it's probably a real ghost orb. In which case, that leaves us these four. Which door was that? Don't have an EMF to tell. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was this door. And you touched this light. Okay. Well, I think it had to have turned on the light, because I'm I don't think I touched it. Well, it can't be mirror anyway. Okay. Okay, good. Heard the door shut and I was like, wait, is it hunting? But no. Yeah. One of the ways you can tell if you're getting hunted is if you try to flip a light switch. If you can't interact with it, then it means it's hunting. Okay, there's no breaker spot back there. Wait, did I check the warden's office? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, so you won't be able to turn a light on or off while the ghost is hunting. And that sounded like the lock clicking. And we cannot flip the light switch, so it is definitely hunting. So yeah, I am clicking on the light switch right now, and nothing is happening. Okay, I think it stopped. Yeah. So the breaker is probably inside one of the cell blocks. Okay, and we'll check a block. No breaker in here. Maybe B block then. And one of the things you can do is, rather than wandering down the hallway and risking getting caught in a bad spot by the ghost, if you're trying to move between the two cell blocks, you can just move outside. There's a back area with the gym and basketball equipment. The ghost cannot get you out here. Although these doors lock once it starts hunting. Okay, so there's no breaker in here either. In that case, the only spot left would be... right near the entrance. That would be this office right here. Okay, breaker is on. So I... Okay, it doesn't sound like a revenant. Almost didn't make it in time. But yeah, that's definitely not a revenant. And I don't think it's a Hantu either. Oh, we could check for Hantu. But yeah, I think it's unlikely. That said, we only just turned the power on, so it could be. Well, we'll grab another smudge stick and see if we can loop it. If we can loop it without the ghost speeding up, then it's a Hantu. And if it's not a Hantu, then that leaves us Uri and Unreal. Oh. I didn't even notice the summoning circle was there. So I can use that to get a ghost photo later if I need to. No, I do not want lights off. Okay. Okay, that is definitely speeding up. So yeah, you can hear the footsteps got really fast there. So that is not a Hantu. A Hantu would stay at the same speed. Because Hantu's speed is based on the room's temperature. So generally if the breaker's on, they will be slow. And since it started off slow and sped up over time while it was chasing me, it means that this room isn't freezing. Or at least isn't cold. Like, it would have had to have started warm and then got cold rapidly, which doesn't tend to happen. At least not that quickly. Okay, so we're down to Ure and Onryo. Well... Okay. There is a way to do this. And... it will require placing down some candles. No, warmer temperature makes it go slower. It'll go zoomies in cold temperatures. And I'm not sure where its ghost room is right now. So we will have to grab a thermo. And the reason I could tell it wasn't a revenant is because you can tell by the footsteps again. If it was a revenant, then when it's spawned the second time, like when it spawned out in these back rooms over here, it would have been, the footsteps would have been very slow until it saw me, then it would go very fast. Okay, so we'll get some... Wait, did I even grab... I didn't grab the thermo. Alright, I'm just gonna drop these here. Well, the reason I'm bringing candles here is to test for Onryo. Because Onryo, its ability is that it has a chance to hunt when it blows out a candle. And it can hunt early. Yeah, candles don't... they unfortunately don't affect the temperature of the room. Okay, so it looks like this whole back office is its ghost room. We will grab... we will chuck this... And one of its hidden abilities is to, one of the Onryo's hidden abilities is that it has a higher chance of blowing out candles. So it will blow them out more frequently than other ghost types. And it cannot hunt when it's in the presence of a candle. No, you're not draining my sanity. Christ, dude. Yeah. There's also signs to look out for that can help you tell if it's a hunt or an event. If it's an event, as you saw there, the lights will go out, doors will close in the area, and the ghost will pop up instantly. So those are 3 tells for a ghost event. And if those tells are absent, then that's a good chance that it's a hunt. Yes, knock knock on the window. You're gonna blow out my candles? Are you an Onryo or a Yurei? Okay, so blow out that candle. So for an Onryo, candles will work like crucifixes. They can prevent hunts. So one thing to test for an Onryo is you put a crucifix on top of a candle, and if it prioritizes blowing out the candle over using the crucifix, then there's also a good chance that it's an Onryo. Like if you know you're in hunting range. The unfortunate thing about this room is it is a big room. And the Onryo can always roam away from the candles to start a hunt. So this is probably going to be a bit harder to tell for certain. Okay. I'm not sure if it blew that one out or if it went out on its own. One thing that would be good for candles, actually, now that I think about it, is if they had it so that when the ghost blew out the candle, it would give an EMF. Because I don't think it does that currently. Okay, I'm pretty sure it blew out that one. Because I did hear the door touch over here. So it's blowing out candles. Okay, so it walked from there to there and blew out this one, I think. Yep. Unless these are just going out on their own. You trying to make me look like a fool? Because candles can go out on their own if they stay lit for too long. Yes, blinky blinky. You are trying to blow out my candles? I should probably grab a smudge. Just in case. in case I need to make a quick escape. Okay, that one was definitely blown out. It was not lit long enough for it to go out on its own. Just pick a good spot that gives me an overview of all of the candles. Okay, blow out that one again. It likes being around this area. It knocked on one of these windows. I could probably grab a photo cam just to take photos of interactions. Okay. Let's grab this. Okay, it's blowing out these two. So it definitely seems to be hanging around over here for the most part. This is feeling very much on Rio behavior at the moment. Okay. Touch this door. Not this door? Which door was it? This one? No. I need an EMF. Okay. Where did I put my EMF reader? Did I bring one in? Pretty sure I did. Unless I didn't. Could be bamboozling myself. Yeah, it's blowing out the candles a lot now. I think the problem before was that it wasn't really roaming around here, but now the candles are starting to go out a little more frequently around here. So that is a possible tell for Onryo. And it hasn't done the U-ray ability. At least not from what I've seen. The U-ray ability is that it will close a door near the player. It'll close the door near the player, but it won't do a ghost event. And it's kind of like a forceful slam. That was that door. Yep. Grab the photo cam. Okay. And I'll save the last one for the ghost photo. Okay, just blew out this one. And knocked on one of those windows, I think. Unless it was that one. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking this is more likely on rear than Yuri. Oh, it just blew up my lighter. Okay. Well, I'm pretty confident this is probably a non-rear, so I'm gonna do it. Hello, Mr. Nakey Man. And now we wait. Okay, hunt is over. I believe it is time to depart. We got all objectives. If this is not an on-Rio, then GG, you bamboozled me, Ghost. Okay, it bamboozled me. Well, that's just how it is. Large room like that, it was gonna be hard to tell. Oh well. We take it and move on. Let's see. Where should we go next? Maybe we'll do some Tanglewood. That's all good. Yeah, sometimes you'll just encounter these ghosts that just their behavior doesn't really make much sense. Motion sensor, EMF, ghost photo, John Garcia. Yeah. But yeah. I'm very happy to be wrong. It keeps the game interesting. Like, not every combination of ghosts is gonna be super obvious to distinguish. Okay, this locker is open. Wait. Is there a bane there? No bane back here. Oh. I heard that door. That sounded like it came from over here. No, not that one. This one? Okay. So yeah, it was that door. Touched another one. And you flicked a light switch somewhere. That's not the one. This one? Maybe it was a light? I don't know. I'll have to turn on the breaker. Wait. Was it this light? That's pretty far away, sir. Twins question mark? Wait. Aw, you're kidding. That counted as a bane photo? No way, dude. Well, he took my sanity. GG. This ghost is popping off. Oh, is it an Oni? Or twins? What? I'm very curious to know what this ghost is. Because it's doing stuff over here, but like just moments ago it was doing stuff over here. Which makes me think it's a twins. I'm not sure. Oh, that is a hunt. That was so cheesy. That was such a cheese shot. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles. So. Yeah, I used to hear it so often on the bus on the way to school. That ad would play on the radio so much. Oh. No breaker. Give me light. I need light. I want light. Who turned out the lights? Okay, well... Okay, we have the hiding spot. That's good. That's a good spot. Okay, so... I'm not actually sure which room it's in. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? I should probably grab a thermo. Hello! Frank Walker from National Tiles. And we will grab that. Did we take pills? Yeah, we took pills. So yeah, when I when I went into here and I hit like when I hit like that was pure desperation. If the ghost walked in a bit further, like if it walked into here, I was dead basically. Okay. Are you in this room? Okay, you were in this room, and I just heard you open this door, so... Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Are you French? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? I don't think it's that. Which means probably not Maury. And the ghost orb would have to be here. Oh, I saw freezing temps. So that was... Okay, so that's in dining. I'll just move this over here, just in case it wants to be a bit finicky. About which room it's in. But yeah, definitely could be twins. Because the way it teleported, or seemed to teleport from one end of the house to the other. Because twins can interact with stuff from super far away. How we used to think the twins worked was that it was two separate ghosts running around the main ghost and a decoy. And the decoy would only give EMF 5 on its interactions. But then the devs told us, well, told Insim, who in turn shared with us, is that it's actually more like they're both stacked on top of each other, but the twin has longer arms, basically, so it can reach out and interact with stuff from much further away. So it's funny to think. It's funny to think about just the main ghost with a midget twin sitting on its shoulders with long arms reaching out to grab stuff. Although it's pretty cursed. Pretty cursed image. Okay. Yeah. What else could it be? If it's not twins, then what is likely? I guess that's a question I have to ask. I'm not sure about Mimic. I wasn't seeing a ghost orb. So... I'm not sure about this one. Wasn't really getting any spirit box interactions. Can check again for dots in here. From the safety of the truck can. Oh, well, it's given us writing. There you go. So, ghost writing. Demon Revenant Shade. So, it cannot be twins. And it cannot be Moray either, because, yeah, Moray has guaranteed spirit box on Nightmare. So, Demon Revenant Shade. I do not think it's a shade. You cannot convince me that this is a shade. There's just no way. There's just no way. So, Demon or Revenant are our options here. Okay, we'll take a photo of the book. Okay, was that... where's my EMF? Yeah, was it that door? Okay, good. Okay, we can turn lights on since we're not gonna get any more evidence. I think for Revenant we're gonna have to do a speed test. Because I wasn't really paying much attention to the speed, if I'm being honest. Okay, we did get the music box photo. What other objectives do we have? Motion sensor ghost photo. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly grab some motion sensors. Ghost photo we can potentially get with the music box. Okay. Oh. Well, that was a ghost cement. So it's probably going to wander back into the kitchen or dining room. So we can place that like that. Is it still in this room? No. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling like this is a rev, probably. Demon probably would have already tried to kill me. What is your room, sir? You down here? No? You're not out here. Oh. Okay, that light was just silent. Oh, it is definitely trying to murder. It has been going it has been going at those crucifixes. And All of the sounds super muffled at the moment. Just don't come in here. There's nothing back here. Just an empty room. It is just an empty room. Alright. Okay, well I fixed the sound bug, it seems. I'm gonna get another smudge before I die. Well, I'm okay to go down here because I do have a smudge stick now. Oh. Oh, it spawned down in the basement. Great. 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 I got destroyed.
Back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
It destroyed me. Alright, well, we'll probably go one more for the night. On Ridgeview. Can't lose on our favourite map.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating. And remember to check the whiteboard for help.
We cannot lose on our favourite map.
Summons the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be careful.
That's just not gonna happen. Ghost event, crucifix, ghost photo. Gregory Jackson. Alright, Gregory. What you gonna be? What are you going to be? Okay. No doodoo doll. That's already a good start. Don't have that hiding spot. No broker in here. No hiding spot in the garage, so that's good to know. Although we can use this one. Can use this hiding spot. This is actually pretty good. Because the chances of ghosts checking all the way back here are very slim. Oh, we have the summoning circle. Very spicy. Okay, we have the breaker down here. The summoning circle and this locker hiding spot. Hello? And one of my favorite hiding spots in the game. Always open. Alright. Also got that hiding spot. We've actually got 2 intended hiding spots. Okay, I had that. You're throwing stuff back here, aren't you? Aha, you threw this cup. Okay, interaction, no fingerprints. We don't have the bone photo yet, so let me go quickly find that. Oh, did you turn on a light? You turned on the lamp. So, possibly not a mare. I'm still not certain if those actually count as lights for the mare's strengths and weakness. Logically, they should. But yeah. Not a guaranteed rule out yet. Did I check properly in here for the bone? Anyway, it's pretty good. All of the hiding spots are downstairs, so pretty far away from the ghost room. Ah, got a pelvis in here. Alright, chuck that in the corner. And we can chuck this flashlight up here and go grab some more stuff. Alright, grab that. Yeah. I love this map so much. Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you... Ooh. Spirit box. And it touched this door here. So let's get a UV. Well, no, it can't be a bucket. So never mind that. It could be a Moroi. We'll just have to keep in track on how long it takes us to get hunted. And how fast our sanity gets eaten up. So yeah, the reason the Moray has Spirit Box guaranteed on Nightmare mode is because the Spirit Box is actually linked to its strength to curse players and drain their sanity. So I'll just take a look at that, Moray. So they've been known to place curses on their victims, and the way that activates is by getting a response on the Spirit Box, or if you use a paramic and they play a creepy noise through it. So those are two ways that the Moray can place a curse on you, which will drain your sanity while you're in the building a lot faster. And you can remove the curse by taking a pill, and you can pause it by being outside of the building, basically. I'll grab that. So I've got 2 items so far. I can bring a third. Yeah, I'll bring a UV. Yeah. Just since I'm probably gonna be... Did you turn off the breaker? Yes, you did. Gotta run. Oh, not a Dajin. Dajin would have found me instantly and I would have been dead. Okay, ghost orb. Okay, so... Wait. Could be a mimic one. Wait. Oh, it is trying to kill us. I'd better go take a pill. Okay. Alright, we'll grab that. And we do have another photo cam in there already, I think. What else can I bring in? I've got a UV in there already. Maybe I can Okay, so I need a ghost photo, but that we can get with the summoning circle later. Yeah, let's get some more salt maybe. And bring in a candle. Stop the passive sanity drain a bit. I'm just checking for freezing temps. Because I know that it is 100% in this room. Okay, I'm not seeing my breath. And it wasn't giving us fingerprints before, so... I think it's safe to say that the ghost orb is genuine. Which could mean that we're dealing with yokai or onryo. We'll get a photo of that window. Okay, yeah, no fingerprints. So, yeah. I don't think it can be a mimic orb. Which door was that? This one? Okay. No? Wait. Oh, this one. Okay, last one has to be ghost photo, so we'll just drop the camera downstairs in the basement. Because I want to finish things off with a bang, you know. I'll drop this crucifix more towards here. Actually, maybe here would be a better spot. Wanna step in myself? Okay. That's it, you're not gonna walk around. Okay. Better walk around this time, bud. Or I'm gonna start getting upset. Are you serious? Bruh. Where are the sounds of the footsteps? Okay, there we go. Not a race. Well, it can't be a race. So we just wasted time. um... where's our lighter? Did I bring a smudge in? No, I have not brought a smudge in. Alright. Well, I know what I'm going to do. Okay, good. You're not opening that door. So you're opening this one. Alright. So what we want to do is we want to let it hunt us and maybe grab a flashlight. Because we'll need to see if it goes straight to our position. So this is how we're gonna. This is a much easier scenario to test what it is. If it's between these two, then there's a way more obvious tell. And as you probably remember from Friday, we got a yokai on high school, and how we found out it was a yokai was we stood in a room with the flashlight on and waited to see if it would find us through the flashlight flickering. In fact, we might even just bring all of the smudge sticks in. Just because I don't really intend to go back out until we're done. No, that's not what I wanted to grab. These two. Okay. And what we can do to get hunted is to light a few candles, but don't light the last one. Each candle lit drops my sanity by about 10%, I think. Okay, hunt is starting. So let's see if it comes straight over here. Oh, that's a yokai. That's a yokai. Alright, so... Well, now that we've determined that... Bye-bye. Hey, stupid! Over here. Alright, we will do another one. Just to make doubly sure. Smudged it twice in the same hunt. But that also means... What? I pressed F! I pressed F! I pressed F! Why didn't it light? Why didn't it light? Oh jeez. Well, that was probably my fault for doing stupid stuff when I didn't need to. But yeah, anyway, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, I had fun. Yeah. We'll probably wrap this up here. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Alright.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
I will quit this. And I think that's all I will probably be doing for the night. Let me just see. Let me just check who's online. Maybe we raid someone playing Phasmophobia. Or, I don't know. Let's see if we can find a smaller. Alright. Raid Harris QQ, I guess. Raid Harris or House QQ. Just raiding someone new. Alright. We'll go to stream ending. Thanks to people who showed up. And even if you were quiet throughout the stream, that's fine. It's good having you in here regardless. Yeah, we will catch you next time. If you want to see more content, check out my YouTube channel. I post a lot of Honkai Impact and some Phasmophobia content there as well. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye guys.
Fucking sicko
I
rails
know
and dumb
we
shit,
play
yeah.
Ganyu for the
Instantly
charge
get my
attack, but
attention, no
please level the
Yes,
skill and the burst as well.
What's
It deals
bullshit?
a shit ton of damage. People
Bullshit,
really
I know.
don't realize.
Everyone, say thank you for the raid to Walshinator.
You can level up to 6 or 7.
Thank you for the raid.
At least
Welcome
level
in.
6, honestly.
Welcome
I am
on
Yato
Haros.
main weapon,
This
good
is
for any other
shiny
character.
Glaceon.
It is a pretty good
Like
weapon
that.
overall,
Haros.
Shinobi.
I am Haros.
Phasma balls.
It is a pretty
You're
good
fat
weapon
balls.
overall.
Phasma balls.
The clip is just super.
It gives elemental damage bonus
Is your
and
model a freaking
33%
robot?
crit rate. So even if you can't
Robo.
like use the passive
It's a robot!
as efficiently as,
Man, that is
as
so
a
cool!
Yato on other characters, it's still a very
Dude,
good
their
weapon.
model's a robot. I love it. Oh wow, that is
I mean-
awesome. Welcome on in.
It's still
was
crazy
the
damage.
stream.
Like over time it adds up so much. Like you need to level them up. Dude, he has C2. Like he has C2 and his E is like there's no point in having C2 if your E is level 3, by the way.
Stream it well.
like,
That's
literally.
Great. That's great. I'm
Like
happy.
C2 completely wasted. $200 wasted, by the way.
Let me add my stuff in here. I literally have a flashlight, a couple of things, and that's it. And I'm good. I'm ready.
$200
Thank you for the
wasted.
follow.
Rip.
Click
Oh
that.
shit, wait. Okay, let me add my shit real quick.
Wait, but
Quickly
Yeah.
speedrun, add my shit.
it is
alright.
Impulse account, right?
Shit.
Diff?
Alright,
You're taking
done.
care of
Ready
his
to go.
account, or he gave you his account?
Okay, I'm ready, yeah. Added flashlights to people, so enjoy it.
It was a quieter
Enjoy the
night, but I
We
had a lot
share
of
it,
fun.
yeah, okay.
Enjoy them super flashlights. Or strong flashlights, I should say.
Basil won 5 from Jump Catch. Basil didn't even jump. It's a bit of a quieter night, but I had a little fun. Yeah. It has been chaotic and fun. We've been playing Minecraft and now Faz. We're celebrating birthdays. My birthday, not birthdays. A birthday.
birthday. For the birthday princess. I can still abuse that word. It ain't over yet. I'm still gonna be abusing it.
Excuse me?
Get wrecked. Get wrecked.
You get wrecked.
I don't think I will.
Why is Brain and Squid merged in one?
I don't think I will.
Huh? Oh, I got
I added flashlights for people, so I don't know who I did, but yeah, I added it. Whoever, you're welcome.
Are we gonna play? Are we picking him up?
I am ready.
Ready,
Ready, Captain. I am
That mean
ready,
Yoshi?
Captain.
We can call Yoshi Princess on his birthday? Yes.
No,